Did you know that just like humans, individual products or product categories go through a life cycle where they're introduced or they're born, they grow, they mature, and then they decline or even die? I'm Dr. Reem Shareba and I teach marketing. And today we're going to be talking about what I just described, the product life cycle. And just like products have a life cycle, marketers are kind of like doctors. They try to keep the product healthy and keep it vibrant through its life cycle and perhaps even try to keep it alive for as long as possible. Each stage of the life cycle has certain characteristics, and these characteristics entail that we as marketers do certain things. Now, notice on the graphic that there are two lines. One line shows the sales, the total revenue for the product, and the other line shows the profit, so the bottom line. And I'm going to be referring to both of these. So first we have the introduction stage. That's when a new product is launched. In the introduction stage, we don't have any profits typically. So yes, we're making sales, but we're not making any net profits yet because the company is still trying to recover its research and development costs. Typically, we're still trying as our goal to get first-time buyers to try out our product. We are informing customers in our marketing communications about what our product is and what's special about it. In the second stage of the life cycle, the growth stage, profits start to finally be there. We start to make a profit. And actually, at the end of the growth stage is typically when profits reach their peak. During the growth stage, competitors typically enter the market. So we were by ourselves in the introduction phase as the only product of its kind. And then as we started to get successful and turn a positive profit, competitors looked on and said, ooh, this looks like an interesting product category, and they start entering the market. In our communication, we are going to go a little bit heavier in our advertising because we want to counter that competition. And we might need to reduce the price also to counter that competition. Then we enter our maturity stage. The product enters the maturity stage. And this is typically when sales or revenues peak. However, profit margins start to narrow. So you can see on the graphic that our profit margins peaked before in the growth stage, and now we're still profitable. It's still not negative, but they are just getting a little bit weaker, the profits. Mature products are when you see companies adding a lot of features. So because the product has been there a long time, we want to reinvigorate interest in it. So we start adding new features. Maybe we add a lot of new variations on the same product. We also tinker with our price. We might raise it, we might lower it to try to keep the profits as healthy as possible. And the type of advertising that we engage in, the type of communication during the maturity phase is typically reminder advertising. So people already know, our customers know that we're there, they know what our product is, but they need to constantly be reminded of it. And then some products will enter the decline stage. So even though as marketers, we try to stay in the maturity stage, we try to keep our products in the maturity stage as long as possible, invariably, often due to technological changes, some products will enter the decline stage. And in the decline stage, we reduce the number of variations. So whereas in maturity, we added variations to create more interest and freshness, in decline, we reduce the number of variations in order to cut costs. So instead of producing 10 variations of a product, maybe you only produce the 3 top performers. We typically reduce the price if we can remain profitable during decline. And then we also reduce advertising because we want to do everything we can to remain profitable. Okay, let's think about some examples for each of these stages. What's a product that might be in the introduction stage right now? I would say probably self-driving vehicles. They're definitely in the introduction stage. They are definitely not profitable currently as a product category. Whereas in the growth stage, I would say electric vehicles, electric cars are a growing product category right now. They continue to be more and more profitable. We're seeing more and more competition enter the market, definitely in growth. How about maturity? Usually, when you see a product with many variations, a lot of consumer goods, that is your sign that it's a mature product. So many shampoos and personal hygiene products like that are in maturity. A lot of soft drinks are in maturity. You have many scents, many flavors, many sizes. That is your sign that this is a mature product. And then what's a product that's in decline? Perhaps a prescription medicine whose generic equivalent has come out, or just obsolete products like DVDs, for example. That is a product that is most definitely in decline, or perhaps it's even on its way to dying. A couple of final notes I want to make about the product life cycle. Products today are going through their life cycle at a faster and faster pace because of technology and because of the global marketplace. So when one product is introduced somewhere, we hear about it everywhere else. And then secondly, as marketers, we need to pay attention to our product mix. We want to have a lot of products in the different phases, especially in introduction, growth, and maturity. We don't really need anything to be in decline, but you don't want all of your products to be mature. You always want something coming up in the growth and introduction phases, something in your pipeline, because these will eventually be your most profitable products.